Do you know there is an Alaskan ghost ship that people kept seeing for almost 40 years? Drifting through frozen bays with no crew, no footprints on the deck, and no sign of human life. Even though everything inside looked exactly as if the crew had just stepped out for a moment. Some said it was a ship that refused to die, trapped between time and something much older than the Arctic itself. Year 1931, Barrow, Alaska. The ice groaned so loudly it sounded like the ocean was splitting open. The wind stopped. The temperature dropped so quickly that frost formed on the inside of fisherman Daniel Holt's eyelashes. He had heard rumors of a ship frozen far from any trade route, so he walked out with his lantern to see it for himself. At first, he saw nothing but endless white and shadows moving under the ice. Then a dark shape rose in the distance, sharp, silent, and impossibly still. Daniel kept walking until he reached the rusted hull. Every window was frosted from the inside. Something tapped lightly on the glass, as if someone was trying to get his attention. He stepped back. The tapping followed him. When he climbed the frozen ladder, he expected the deck to be cracked or buried in snow, but instead it looked undisturbed, except for fresh, wet footprints that led across the boards and disappeared into the captain's quarters. Daniel's breath caught. The prints were warm enough to partially melt the frost around them. Inside, he found plates on the table, a coat hanging on a chair, a logbook open with a pen resting on the page. None of it looked abandoned, but the silence felt wrong. The lantern flame bent sideways, as if pushed by someone walking past him. A cold hand seemed to brush his shoulder, though he stood alone. Then he heard it. Footsteps above, slow and heavy, pacing the deck. He ran back outside, but the deck was empty. Still, the sounds continued. The entire ship felt awake. As he fled back across the ice, the ship's lights flickered on for a brief moment, glowing through the frost-covered windows. When he turned again, the lights were gone. Over the next decades, hunters, pilots, and Arctic researchers kept reporting the same ship drifting through fog, appearing near frozen bays, even reappearing hundreds of miles from where it was last seen. No one ever found a crew. No one ever found bodies. The truth came out only when the original cargo manifest was discovered. The ship, known as Baichimo, was not trapped by weather alone. It carried artifacts taken from indigenous burial grounds along the Arctic coast. Destinations changed, crews changed, captains changed. But the ship kept drifting, as if something was guiding it back to the ice. Elders warned that spirits bound to the stolen items would never allow the ship to rest. And every man who tried to claim it suffered misfortune or vanished completely. In the end, people realized the ship was not wandering on its own. It was being held, preserved, guarded, locked in the same moment it was abandoned. A warning frozen into the sea. And some believe it still moves beneath the Arctic fog today, waiting for the one who disturbed its final cargo. If you want to witness more chilling mysteries like this, go watch another Spooky Earth video before something cold and unseen starts watching you back.